بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد. So this hadith is hadith number 92. Be careful of who you befriend. Who memorized the previous hadith? Come on, man. إنما جليس الصالح وجليس السوء كحامل المسك ونفخ إنما مثل جليس الصالح وجليس السوء. You got it? Huh? Who's the Sahabi?
أبي موسى الأشعري. عن أبي موسى الأشعري رضي الله عنه قال
No, عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم.
النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال إن مثل الجليس الصالح وجليس السوء كحامل المسك ونفخ الكير. حامل المسك إما أن يهديك أو إما أن تبتاع منه أو تجد منه ريحا طيبة ونفخ الكير إما أن يحرق ثيابك أو تجد
وإما أن
تجد منه ريحا ممتنة.
متفق عليه. I'm disappointed in you guys. As many times as we mention this hadith, man.
You know the Pakistan. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's not that. I mean, you memorize Surah Al-Fatiha, right?
Yeah.
It's about the same length, basically. Okay, maybe Surah Al-Fatiha is a little bit shorter, but it's still about the same length. Go home, read this hadith, and read Surah Al-Fatiha, and time yourself and see how long. It's not really that long.
Well, you know what you can do for them is that we take the daily hadith, and whenever we move on to a new hadith, they just stand up and explain the previous hadith instead of just reciting it.
Nah. This is a tradition. Go ahead.
عن أبي موسى الأشعري رضي الله عنه أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال إنما مثل الجليس الصالح وجليس السوء كحامل المسك ونفخ الكير فحامل المسك إما أن يحديك وإما أن تبتاع منه وإما أن تجد منه ريحا طيبة ونفخ الكير إما أن يحرق ثيابك وإما أن تجد منه ريحا ممتنا متفق عليه. I don't know.
We saw that. All right, so hadith number 92, be careful of who you befriend. All right, so all of you see this, the hadith number 91, 92. A lot of these are going to be dealing with companions, so. All right, so this is an Abi Hurairah radiallahu anhu anna Nabiy sallallahu alayhi wa sallam qala rajul ala dini khalilihi falyanzur ahadukum man yukhalil rawahu Abu Dawud. So this is Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. He said that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that a man is on the same religion or the same path, the same deen as his Khalil. The Khalil is his most intimate companion. So this is not talking about the people that he just associates with loosely. But he's talking about the person that he spends the most amount of time with. That the person is on the deen of his closest companion. Because obviously for him to spend the time that he spends with that person, then obviously they have to have what? Yeah, they have to be connected. They have to have a lot in common. Because otherwise, why would he spend time with him? If he's the polar opposite of this guy, how are they going to be sitting there hanging out together? There has to be something that connects them together. You understand? So he said, فَلْيَنْظُرْ أَحَدُكُمْ مَنْ يُخَالِلْ. Then a person needs to pay close attention to who he takes as an intimate companion, who he's going to spend the most of his time with. Because the people, and this hadith is in Sunan Abi Dawud, because the people are going to judge you based on the people that you keep around you. And you're going to sit there and say, well, how can the people judge me? I know what's in my heart. Yeah, you might think that you know what's in your heart, and Allah definitely knows what's in your heart, but guess what? We don't. And we don't, I'm not going to say that we don't care, but it's not our business to know what's going on in your heart because we know that this is from an impossibility. And if you sit there and tell us, well, this is what's in my heart, well, that's not in your heart. That's what you just said on your tongue. We don't know what's in your heart, but we do know what we can see. Okay, so let's say that you got a person who claims that I love the deen, I love the religion, but look at his companions. His companions are people that don't pray in the masjid, don't try to understand the deen. His companions smoke weed. His companions fornicate with women. His companions drink alcohol. His companions are all types of chaos. But he says what? You don't know what's in my heart and you can't judge me. Oh, yes, we can. And we are. We're going to judge you by the people that you hang around. Because the same thing, if you take an individual who all of his companions are like this, smoking weed and drinking, not even Muslim, or maybe they are Muslim, but they don't pray. They don't, obviously a Muslim that doesn't pray is not a Muslim. But you know what I'm saying. They claim to be Muslim. Would you want to, if you knew that these were his companions, would you be happy having your kid to go out and hang out with these guys? To hang out in this type of environment? Would you be pleased with that? But you're judging him. You can't judge him because you don't know what's in his heart. No, Akhi, we're going to judge you. We're going to judge you by your companions. We're going to judge you by your outward actions because that's all we got. That's all the only criteria that we have of whether or not we can trust a person, whether or not that we should deal with a person is what comes out. And what comes out stems from what? What's in the heart. So you're being around people who are sinful, who are not praying, people who are smoking weed, people who are drinking, people who are fornicating. What does that show about the state of your heart? That shows that you have love for those sins. You haven't relinquished the love for those sins because you still love the people who do that. Because if you really love the sunnah, then you would want to be around what? People who are trying to practice the sunnah outwardly. Even if like on the inward, they're all messed up too. They might still be messed up, but on the outward, they're trying to practice the sunnah. They're trying to be on obedience to Allah. But we don't know the state of their hearts. But we're going to trust them based on what? Yeah, just like, what did Umar bin Khattab say? He said, وَمَنْ أَظْهَرَ لَنَا خَيْرًا إِشْ آمَنَّاهُ وَقَرَّبْنَاهُ. He said, whoever, shows us the appearance of good, what? He said, آمَنَّاهُ, that we make him secure from it. We're not going to speak about him. We're not going to mistreat him. We're not going to give him that treatment like because he's shown good. He's shown that he's trying to be in the masjid. He's trying to follow the sunnah. He's trying to learn his religion. آمَنَّاهُ وَقَرَّبْنَاهُ, and we bring him close to us. وَمَنْ أَظْهَرَ لَنَا شَرًّا, what? لَمْ نُؤَمِّنْهُ وَلَمْ نُقَرْ. The complete opposite. The person who shows evil, shows disobedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then no, we don't give this person that type of security, and we don't bring that person close. We keep the people of disobedience far, far, far away from us. Far from. Does that mean that we don't give them dawah? Does that mean that we don't give them nasiha? No. We do give them dawah. We do give them nasiha. But we don't give them dawah and nasiha in their settings, and their gatherings, and doing what they're doing. We don't go into a gathering where they're like puff, passing and talking about, man, y'all need to follow the sunnah. Yeah, akhi, you're sitting in there getting secondhand high amongst them and talking about following the sunnah. You need to follow the sunnah first and get up out of the chair and leave that gathering. They're sitting there disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala right in front of your face, and you're sitting there amongst them doing what? Yeah, you're already on batil. So you want to advise them, you invite them to the masjid, get them in the masjid, or get them away from those gatherings and advise them. But you're not going to sit amongst them and hang out with them and sit there and say, well, akhi, you got to pray and everything, and it's bad, not praying takes you out of Islam. But all right, so you understand, right? Yeah. All right, let's go get something to eat. And now you're going to go eat with him, and he still hasn't prayed yet. No, let the man make tawbah. And you avoiding them and you staying away from them, it shows their behavior is wrong. And it's a message to them. But you hanging around them and being in their settings and all this type of stuff, what does that show to them? So yeah, y'all cool. You can keep doing what you're doing. Just get in the masjid. Oh yeah, keep fornicating, keep smoking weed, keep doing all this stuff, but just come pray in the masjid every once in a while. And you're cool. No, you're not. You're not cool. And neither is the person that thinks that this is giving dawah. That's nonsense. So again, if you don't want people to judge you, then you might as well go ahead and kill yourself, akhi. Kill yourself, because everybody's going to judge you. People are going to judge you. What do you think a job interview is? When you go to get a job, You're going to sit there and tell them, well, don't judge me, man. All right, you go in there and you go in there and like go act like that. Go act like you do with your friends in the job interview and tell that interviewer, don't judge me, man. Don't judge me, man. You're never going to have a job, akhi. Wallahi, even a junkyard won't hire you. So what are you going to do?
Wanted to get married.
Oh, yeah, you want to get married. And again, the family starts looking at your companions and looking at the people that you hang around. Oh, no, but you don't understand, man. I got Islam in my heart, man. Yeah, akhi, come on, man. And I'll tell you what, you might have Islam in your heart, but I'll tell you what you don't have. My daughter, get up out of my house. Yeah, leave. Because you're companions. That's what we judge the people by. What other criteria do we have? We have the Quran and the Sunnah. That's our criteria. It's a criteria for judging people. You following it outwardly, openly, then okay, we judge you as being a person of khair. Until you show us what? You show us something different. If you're out there doing evil and disobedience, openly disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever you do in the privacy of your own home, that's your business, dude. Nobody's going to judge you by things we don't know. The things that we do know are the things that you're doing what? Publicly and in the open. The people that you hang around and the type of behavior that you display. That's what we see openly. And that's what we're going to judge you by. And if it goes against the Quran and the Sunnah, then khalas, we want nothing to do with you. Because you're not serious. You're not on this deen. Anta lasta ala jadda, akhi. You're not on the correct path. And you're not hanging around people on the correct path. You want to be, you want the correct judgment, then khalas. Because this is the judgment of the people. And you die, you're going to really get judged. You're going to get judged by your outward actions and the things that were going on in your heart. So Allah musta'an. So go ahead and get it right now. Hasibu anfusakum qabla an tahasabu. Take account of yourselves now before the account gets taken of you. Wa ilahuna subhanaka wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik.